Detroit Dent 313. We are back. I don't even know how to do an intro. Steve, just talk to him. Subscribe if you guys want to. I am gonna be honest. I don't even give a fuck right now, and I'm dropping f bombs.
Energy's
Subscribe.
through the roof.
I don't
Grown
even
men
know.
were crying, sobbing, weeping. I hugged people I had never seen before and will never see again. I high-fived strangers. I almost did meth in a porta potty. This night came full circle. You had a pretty good one-liner before we even came on the air. You go, I don't even know what to talk about. I don't even know how to wrap our heads around these things. We're kind of in limbo here. We're just going to go with the flow. The Detroit Lions won their first playoff game in 30 years at home, and we get to do it again next week.
Man, it's like we talked before, and we talked about how this thing is just coming together, and we got a list of things that we need to take care of, and it's just coming together. I will say the guy that I was sitting next to happened to mention that he was there for the Cowboys game, so he was the same way. Him and his son crying.
It's full circle, man. Like the Cowboys lost today, so we get to celebrate. You know, the football gods have corrected their mistake from a couple weeks ago with the 2-point conversion. All is right in the world. Detroit has another home playoff game. We'll find out if it's going to be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Philadelphia Eagles. We don't know yet, but it will be Sunday next week, 3 p.m. But we got to talk about this game, man, because there's a lot that happened. I don't even know where to begin. I guess just let's start out right from the rip, man. The crowd showing Jared Goff love right off the rip tonight. Jared Goff chants as soon as he came onto the field, man. I love it. I love it. That was the city of Detroit saying, this is my quarterback, not Matthew Stafford. How do you feel about that?
Emotional.
It was, man.
Like it was for a city who has been up and down on Jared, for a city that when you talk about it, it's do we like Jared? Do we want to keep him? How do we look moving forward? We let the world know that when you're a Detroit Lion, we're going to back you 1000%. Like, and it was to hear those guys, like, I can't even put it in perspective how people were screaming. I literally wanted to come on and just scream, Jared Goff, Jared Goff. I mean, it was nuts, man. You could see it on his face. You could tell he was trying to hold it in, but a couple of times when they panned the camera to him, you could see it. And then did you see him when he ran out after everything was done?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, we stayed the whole time. We stayed until Jared Goff left the field at the end of the game. He got his heroes welcome. He got his send off. But it was awesome to see the city of Detroit rally around Goff, man. Because you're right, he needed that. He needed to feel that love and support. And on the other hand, Matthew Stafford comes out thunderous wave of boos, man. They let him know on the opposite of Jared Goff, hey, you're not our guy anymore. You are not the guy here.
I feel bad because I told Detroit I told the Denites to lie. I said that when Stafford came out, I was going to clap and then I was going to boo him the rest of the game. But the people
imagine his head right here. That's what I have. I have Matthew Stafford's head.
The people spoke, man, and I felt like if I would have clapped, my head might have been next to his.
You're damn right. It would have been out. I came and got it myself.
It was.
I know where you sit.
Yeah, it was aggressive. It was aggressive, man.
Let me hear one shadow of a clap. I'd have looked at. I know that's Will up there clapping. I tell you what. Yeah, off with his head too.
Yeah, man. It was great, man. It was great. I'm looking forward to hearing from Stafford in the next couple of days what he has to say about it, how he felt going in. I will say this. And this is not a Matt Stafford show because he don't play for the Lions. But the one thing I will say is he played lights out. He played his butts off. Hats off to him.
He did, man. He had probably his best game of the season. I mean, not to say that our defense really didn't, do anything crazy to stop him. So, we can kind of lead into that because it seemed like Stafford kind of had his way. We're not nitpicking. We won the game, plain and simple. Yeah. But we gotta talk about something, and we haven't we're just getting home from the game, guys. So give us a little bit of a break. We haven't got to watch tape. We're watching from our perspective, from our seats. We're not hearing what the announcers are saying about certain stuff when it comes like penalties and all that. But from what I saw, man, Matthew Stafford didn't get touched a whole lot tonight.
No, he did not get touched much at all, if hardly any. The Probably his worst play of the game is when he touched himself, when he tripped and fell down, and Aiden got a sack by two-hand touching him on the
Yeah.
ground.
I actually think he tripped on the running back in that play when they
He
showed.
did. Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of like the one time I'm not even gonna. I mean, yeah, it goes down as a sack, but
Yeah. Excuse me.
we were kind of gifted one there. So, but just that D line, man, we didn't get after him tonight. We didn't force any turnovers. I thought that was going to be the key to the game, but hey, we still survived. So I'm not going to complain.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I got a newfound respect for this Rams offense. I'll tell you that. Puka Nakua, Cooper Cup, those guys, just those crossing routes, little speed outs, just little screen plays. Puka is a absolute problem to tackle. Um, yeah, it's moving forward, man. Whoever we got, the Eagles or the Buccaneers, we're gonna have to tackle, man. We got to tackle
I'll
better.
tell you what, talking about Puka Nakua, Cooper Cup, there's one thing I didn't realize. I've only watched a handful of Rams games this year, so I'm maybe I'm a little ignorant, but they motion the shit out of you before the snap. Like I have not seen that much motion in person from another team all season. I don't think like they were sending two guys in motion every play, trying to find a mismatch, trying to find a gap, and it worked for them. They scored a lot of points, but at the end of the day, our defense bent but didn't break. We held them to field goals while we were cashing in touchdowns. I think that was obviously just the difference in the game.
It was 100% the difference in the game. You're dead on. That's actually something that I wanted to talk about because it kind of reminds me of those Miami Dolphins. That they do. They motion you, they motion you, they motion across, they motion back. They're looking to see if you're in man or zone or seeing how you're going to adjust. And there was a couple of times where we had completely blown coverages and they motioned, our guys shifted, and then they ran the ball and they hit us for some gashes. It hats off to Sean McVay and those guys for doing that because I felt like through the first 3 quarters of the game, we were just dominating up front as far as when it comes to the run game. Like they couldn't run the ball on us. I did feel like, I don't know, you have to tell me how you felt, but I wasn't sure if they just got off a couple of runs on us, like that were fluky runs, or we started to get tired. I kind of felt like we might have started to get tired at the beginning of that fourth quarter, and then we made a couple plays and got back juiced up.
There was one I remember where they gave it to Kyron Williams. So when we sit in the end zone by the tunnel, so they were going away from us. They pitched it to him and he got outside and it looked like we had him bottled up and he just kind of cut it in and took it for like another 15, 20 yards. But
Yeah.
I think that was just a little bit of us over pursuing. I don't know. Like that was probably his long run. It looked like from my angle, from my point of view, we had him for maybe like a 3 or 4 yard gain, and then all of a sudden he squeaks out, makes a move, and he's up the field for 15. But I mean, that's just one play. But yeah, we got to go back, watch the film. We'll break it down a little more. We're just kind of going off emotion with this one right here.
I got to be honest. I'll tell the people what I told you before. I'm still not even really sure what happened.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, there's some plays. That, you know what? I'll tell you what was probably the most underrated play that you will not hear anyone else talk about, probably other than Detroit Den 313. And it was Jack Fox's 60-some yard punt to absolutely flip the field.
Yeah.
And that I think that was play of the game. I can't remember the minutes or the game scenario or situation, but I do know it was late in the game, in the fourth, and we needed to flip it. And Jack Fox went out there and just pulled it out and just struck one like a 9-iron, man, just right down the middle. Perfect.
It was almost a touchdown too.
Yeah, he almost dropped that.
He almost dropped it. I was like,
in front of us.
Wow. Yeah, that was a hell of a punt. And I think hats off to you, man, because I agree with you 100%. When it came off of his foot and I looked at it, I was like, whoa.
Boom.
It hung up in the air forever as well. And that thing went as they say, a country mile. Yep. Hats off to him. That was huge.
Yeah, I think that was play of the game, and I don't think many people are going to be talking about that. But I only remember that because I was watching that, and I remember saying, "Dang, we were at like our own 10-yard line, and we pinned them at like their own 7." Like it was I don't think a punt's ever like if a punt could go down in history, it's got to be that one. And I hate to be talking about punts in a game like this, but that was kind of what just sealed the fate for the Rams right there, I think.
Yeah, it was a huge play, man, and I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm having a hard time thinking about anything, but we just fucking won a playoff game.
It's crazy, man. Like I saw grown men crying. Like I get when I'm at my happiest, I don't want to cry. I don't know. I want to cheer. I want to yell. I want to grab a beer and shotgun it. I don't want to cry. And I'm not going to knock people who did cry because, I don't know their fandom. I don't know what all they're going through or have been through. But it kind of did take me by surprise. Like there was people openly like, I'm not talking like wiping a tear. I'm talking like
Sobbing.
sobbing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
I've seen it as well.
I haven't seen tears like that at funerals. I'll just tell you that.
I didn't have I could see myself getting emotional, but and I was emotional. I didn't cry though. Honestly, I was just sitting there just thinking I don't even know how to feel. Cause I mean, we've been along for the ride, man. We've been along for 0-16, Pontiac Silverdome, like
Joey
just
Harrington,
yeah,
Matt
Joey.
Patricia,
Oh my goodness, man. Like
Bob
it's
Quinn. We've survived, man.
it's been Steve Mariucci. Yeah,
Lions fans are resilient.
yeah, man. It's gosh, man, I just still can't believe it. And then on top of that, so hey guys, I know not everybody is, but if you're like us, and I know we have a lot of guys that double dip and gals, but you got a national championship from the Wolverines, we got a freaking playoff win from the Detroit Lions, and another home playoff game.
All within a week.
I just I
If
don't
you're
know,
if you're a
man.
Michigan fan and a Lions fan, you've been on, we've been on cloud nine this last week. We won a natty on Monday. Sunday we show up to first ever home playoff game and we get that win. Before that, with the Packers take care of business, knock out the Cowboys, the football gods correct themselves from that terrible bullshit that happened a few weeks ago. We got our second home playoff game for sure. So all is right in the world. All has been corrected. And yeah, man, Michigan fans and Lions fans, this past 7 days, man, leave it in the comments and let us know how you're feeling because this is something new to the football world for us as Michiganders.
Uh, I want to challenge Detroit Den to leave this in a comment. Tell us what this victory means to you. What's it mean to you? Like, because for me, it's just a combination of fandom when people were just making a mockery of us, just saying like, how can you just continue to be a fan of those teams? Watching these people transform that just hated on me, hated on you, made fun of us, were fans of, they were all like Patriot fans or like fans of other teams that were winning, and now we see them trickling in their Lions gear now, or I see the Lions on their profiles on social media, and like, you know what I mean? Just watching those guys cross over. So it just makes it just a little sweeter, I feel like, for us that have just been riding the whole time.
Yeah, it's been just a crazy season, and we've checked our boxes, but the job ain't done, and we still got two more wins. Um, I've said before, a successful NFL season is whoever gets to hoist the Lombardi Trophy. Like
Yeah.
you can have an entertaining football season, you can have some good memories, some good times, but at the end of the year, only one team can say they had a successful season, and we are one step closer. But let's talk. Who do you think was the offensive difference maker in this one for the Lions?
Steve, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not lying to you when I tell you that I don't even know what just happened, but I will say this. Uh, I seen a lot of people make a lot of plays, but the offensive MVP to me, without a doubt, it's got to be Jared Goff. Like this today was Jared's day, and I'm not about to say that he played the greatest game. Honestly, if we're talking about statistics and just all of the just pure talent things, I feel like Stafford outplayed him. But who got the W? And I just feel like he didn't go out there and make any real mistakes. He had a couple little
There was
situations where
there was
with
one.
the little lateral. They're
Yeah,
talking about a lateral.
yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of a that was a no-no, but um I just feel like he just looked dialed in and he played a great football game and he just did enough to not be the reason why we would lose the game.
Yeah, it's got to be Goff. This was his night. From like we said at the start of the show, people chanting his name when he came out just to warm up. I think that kind of took him by surprise. Maybe relaxed him a little bit. Like, all right, the city of Detroit's behind me in this one. Like they got my back. It's got to be Goff. He's got to be offensive MVP. Defensively, I think it's just like no one really stood out. It's just kind of a culmination of made plays when we needed to, got stops when we needed to. So I'd give a gay ball to everyone on defense. No one really made like that one signature play. It was just kind of, hey, we gave up some yards, but we held them to field goals while our offense is cashing in points. We just played good complementary football tonight.
Yeah, two people that stood out to me though was Brian Branch and Anzalone, man. They both made some. I feel like they consistently made some plays. I know Brian Branch had a pass interference, but there was a lot of times that I seen Brian Branch ending up on either Cooper Cup or Puka Nakua, which is a tough ask for a rookie. Even come playoff time where he's got almost a whole season under his belt, he's still a rookie, man. He's lining up with guys that are like setting the league on fire. I don't know, man. So I will say, um, I'm a little bit confused with the rotation. There was a long period of time that Ife Melifonwu wasn't on the field. That kind of frustrated me a little bit. Um, I seen CJ deep. I seen Kirby Joseph deep. So I don't know. I have to watch all 22 before I make any true complaints. But I did find myself a little bit frustrated that Melifonwu wasn't on the field because I feel like he can just do so much. He can play in the box and outside of the box.
Yeah, we definitely got to sit back, watch the film. I'm probably going to make myself a little drink. It's almost 1:00 in the morning, but I got to watch this game from the TV standpoint. And we're going to break it down more later in the week. We're just coming off of an emotional high. We're fans first. We just like to sit back and talk some football on YouTube as well. So we got some work to do ourselves. But I will be locked in tomorrow night, watching that Bucks Eagles game. And I'll tell you right now, Will, I told you off camera, I need those birds. I need those birds next. The birds don't scare me. I need Darius Slay. I need fat ass Matt Patricia. I need DeAndre Swift. Like, the revenge tour continues. These birds are coming here next. I want them to win tomorrow. It's bird season. There's a lot of hunters in Michigan. We're going to be plucking some birds out of the sky next week. And I want to beat the best. I don't want easy roads. I think the Eagles are the better team. I want to play good teams in the playoffs. I don't want the easy way out.
Last thing, and I'm sure we'll end up doing a show about it this week, but do we need to go hunting for somebody to replace Kendall Vildor?
Don't get me started on the second. Don't do this
buddy,
to me.
Buddy,
don't bring me down.
Hey, that's not bring. I just gotta get ready. If we're gonna have them birds coming to town, they're gonna be bringing Smith and Brown with them. I know Brown didn't play this week, but I'm sure if they get through this one, he'll probably be trying to come back, the following week, and we're gonna need dudes to deal with those guys.
I'm not cutting. I'm not ready to cut people yet. I'm still high off this win.
Yeah, something to think about. Hey, we gotta start getting prepared, as Coach Campbell says.
I'll say nice things about Jeff Okudah right now. That's how good of a mood I'm in.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I know. That's where we are. But end of the day, guys, the Detroit Lions made history. If you saw it, if you were there live, you witnessed something that hasn't been seen in 30 years. Pass the torch to the Miami Dolphins. Now officially have the longest playoff drought. The monkey's off our back, but like I said, we still got 2 wins. Only one team can say they have a successful NFL season. It's the team who raises the trophy at the end of the year. This is all great. It's great memories. It's great football. It's entertaining. It's fun to talk about, but job's not finished. We got a lot of work to do. Got 2 more games to win. We'll find out who we play tomorrow night. And me and we'll be clicking all week. We're going to be putting content out every single day. You're not going to want to miss it. Leave a comment about this video. Let us know how you're feeling about this playoff win. Hit that like button. If you're new to this channel and you're seeing our handsome faces for the first time, hit that little subscribe button, because we ain't going anywhere. We talk Detroit Lions all the time, guys. We'll be back tomorrow with some more content.
Peace. Cheers.